So I just got to work, but I thought I'd make a quick video because I wanted to share my feelings and come to realize that I'm still depressed. um, I don't know, I just started feeling a little down last night, and this morning I didn't really want to get out of bed. I know everybody feels like that from time to time, but it's a different kind of feeling when you know it's related to depression. And I noticed last night I was watching people talk, and I started to feel that feeling when I was depressed. Like I was watching people from like a glass, and it's really hard to explain, but it's like you're in this glass bubble, or like a bubble, and when you're watching someone or people have a conversation with each other or whatever they're doing and they're happy, it's like you don't understand, you can't comprehend why they're so happy, because don't you see it's so terrible in here, but it's because you're in this bubble. That's the only way I could describe the feeling. It's like you're just watching everything like it's a movie, like like and I started to feel like that last night. I'm like, snap out of it. But you know, I'm trying to push forward and keep doing what I'm doing and stay busy and stuff like that. But I think something triggered it yesterday. I thought about it on my way to work. What happened yesterday that triggered that feeling within me? And I know what it is. I tried to rekindle relationship with my real father, and it didn't really go the way I thought it would. I guess my expectations was that he would realize that he has a daughter, and he would really step up to the plate and want to be and make attempts to be in my life. And regardless of how much I tried to reach out to him and everything like that, nothing really changed. And I was thinking about that yesterday. Something with Facebook, I don't want to get into detail, but something with Facebook triggered me to get very upset. So I sent him a message that, listen, I don't want to hold any grudges or hate against you, but it's obvious that you do not care if I'm in your life or not. Like, it's obvious. My mother's not a part of our relationship anymore. You know, that was one of the main things he said was, you know, you and your mother and da 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 da. It was like about money, and you know, he made me feel like it was my fault almost. But you know, I reached out to him months ago and said, listen, I want you in my life, whether it's a small part or a big part, whatever you can do, I want you in my life. And he seemed agreeable with it. And then he met a woman who he's going to marry, and he called me, oh, I want you to be a part of the wedding. I want you to meet her. We go out to dinner. Me and my boyfriend now, 4 years, we go out to dinner with them. And it was like no big deal. Like, I can't explain it. He had a bunch of his other friends come, and I felt like an outsider. He didn't make me feel welcome at all. I felt like I was just a little fly on the wall. He didn't pay any attention to me. He didn't even really talk to me. Then when the night was over, he said to my boyfriend, I'll never forget this, oh, I'm so happy to meet you. I've heard so much about you. When he never asked any questions about him before. What do you mean you've heard so much about him? You didn't even ask anything about us. You don't know anything about us. He literally ignored us the entire night and talked to his friends, and me and Brandon were just like, what the fuck are we doing here? But I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought, you know what, he's getting married, he met this woman, and he's happy. I'm happy for him. He never called me after that. The next day, he was in Florida for a couple days. The next day, he was going out to some bar, and I said, oh, maybe we'll come meet you. He didn't invite me. I pushed the invite. I said, I have to work, but maybe we could come out. And I told myself, if he reaches out to me, I'll go. He never texted me. Then he didn't reach back out to me to say, oh, it was nice seeing you. Can't wait for you to come be a part of my wedding. Nothing, no follow-up for about 3 months. And then I finally texted him. And then he shoots back a message to me because I messaged him and I said, look, I haven't heard from you. I hope everything's okay. I'm what's going on? And then he texts me back, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. I've just been busy. I've been moving, da-da-da. Okay, no problem. Didn't hear from him for another 4 months. Then he calls me out of the blue about a week ago. Okay? Leaves me a message. It was late at night. He leaves me a message. Oh, I know this is late, but I have a question for you. I get the message a day and a half later because I didn't listen to my voicemails. I call him back right away, no answer. I text him, no response. I send him a Facebook message, no response. I text him again. This is 2.5 days in a row of me trying to get him to call me back because obviously it was so important. So he shoots me back a message. I'm in class right now, but I'll call you later. Okay, great. I put a smiley face. I was happy. Never calls me back. Never calls me back. So that was 5 days ago. So yesterday, I just decided that I don't want to depend on him to feel as though I have a father in my life, because I do. I have a couple people that have taken on the role as a father for me, and I just come to realize that I don't need him. If he doesn't want to do what he says he's going to do or be a part of my life, then why do I have to be sad because of it? Anyway, obviously that's what's been bothering me because I'm crying about it. It just really makes me so angry because I feel like it's my fault. I feel like it's my fault that I don't have a relationship with him, and I just don't know how to make it right. So the only thing I know to do is I told him to just, forget about me. If you don't want me in your life, that's fine. Just don't call me out of the blue, and then don't call me back when I return your phone call. It really hurts. Daddy issues. No, but I do have 2 great people that took on the role as daddy. And I appreciate, things like this make me appreciate them even more because I was really ungrateful for a while. But when I really think about it, the 2 guys that were in my life, they didn't have to be there, and they didn't have to do the things that they did. And thank God that they were there, because I don't know how I would have felt or where I would have been if they didn't. I'm sorry. I obviously need to go to therapy and talk this out, but I'm using my phone and YouTube. I didn't realize how much it bothered me because I suppress it, but having a mother and having a father, I think, is so important. It's so important. So at least I know why I have that empty feeling, and I'm not gonna let it defeat me, but I'm not gonna ignore that it's there. I must have really needed to get that out. Anyway, anybody who is struggling with depression, this is really the point I'm trying to make. There's always a reason why. You have to uncover that reason, and you have to work through it, because Trust me, there's a reason. Yes, it's chemicals imbalance, but there's a reason for that imbalance. You can't just depend on medication. You have to do both. You have to work through whatever issues you're going through, and if you need to, take medication, because one without the other, it's gonna just come back and slap you in the face. So, I'm gonna be okay. I'm not gonna let it defeat me, and I'm just gonna keep moving forward with my life. But I just wanted to share that with you guys, because obviously I needed to get this off my chest, because I just bawled my eyes out. Anyway, I hope everybody out there who is going through a hard time, just hang in there and never give up. And if you want to talk, comment below and I will talk back. All right.